guys, I'm Melody. Welcome back to my channel. And it is October, which means it is Preptober, and I have got a lot of work to do to get ready for Nanowrimo. And one of those things that I have to do is research. And you all know what that's like when you have to research for a story. And this is going to be a story that I'm going to have to do a lot of research on. Now, if you watched my Nanowrimo video project announcement, you will know that I decided to do the Storm Chaser story because I am such a weather geek and I just want to write a story about storm chasers. I just think that would be really cool. I love watching those like storm chaser shows. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And I've actually got a lot of planning done for this story already. So this would be a good story to do for NaNoWriMo because I've got like just a lot of selections of scenes just ready to go, like in my mind. You know, I've got some ideas for scenes, so hopefully this will go smoothly. But the only problem is, since I am doing a story about storm chasers, I do have to do a lot of research on it because I am not a meteorologist. I am a weather geek, but I'm not a meteorologist, and I just don't want to get anything wrong. So yeah, I got a lot of research to do on this. So the good thing is that I love to research, and I actually work in a library. So what better place to do your research, or at least start your research, than at your local library. So I decided to go downstairs and see what books we had on the shelves, and turns out our library had actually quite a few books on tornadoes. So this is the one that I'm really excited about reading. This is The Man Who Caught the Storm. It's about the legendary storm chaser Tim Samaras. And I didn't know who Tim Samaras was, and the first time I heard his name was when I heard that he had died. He had died back in I think the 2013 El Reno tornado. And that was a storm that was really bad. It caught actually a lot of storm chasers off guard. Even the Weather Channel guys, like their car was like overturned in the storm. But so that was the first time I heard his name. But when they started talking more about him, he's the guy who does like, he had like these like turtle probe things, these little probes, I think he called them turtles. And like he would try to place it into the path of a tornado. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, I do know who this guy is, because I've seen like some special on TV where he would, you know, get this little probe that he has, and he would, you know, run out of his vehicle, and he would try to like put it on the grass, and then he would like get back into his truck, and he would like drive away like really fast. And I thought, wow, he's like either like really crazy or like really brave. Like that's like kind of cool, actually. Like I wouldn't want to do it, but like I think it's cool to watch other people do stuff like that. Okay, so I had heard of Tim Samaras before, but I didn't really know exactly who he was. And I actually saw during the lockdown I watched this show called Storm Chasers. It aired many years ago. But Tim Samaras was on it. It's just such an incredible loss to the storm chaser community that he died. He was trying to do a lot of research to understand tornadoes better. If we can do a better job at predicting tornadoes, then people have like more time to prepare for them and to take cover and all. So it's really sad that he died. But he died doing what he loved. And so I'm really excited to read this story right here. And actually, I'll tell you this, I started reading it, but I have so much to read this month that it actually kind of got a little bit difficult for me. So what I decided to do was see if my library had the audiobook version of this book, and we do. We have it through Hoopla, which is really awesome. I hope your library has it because I love it. And so I got the audiobook of this book too. So I've already started reading this, and talks about his life, so really good. So I feel like what better way to learn about storm chasing than from a storm chaser, you know. So this is about him. And he actually, he wrote this Tornado Hunter book. I haven't started reading this one yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to get some good info out of this one. And then I got this book I've already read, this book on tornadoes. I mean, it looks like it's an adult book, but I don't know, it just kind of looks like a juvenile nonfiction book. You know, it's got like just lots of pictures and things in here. So I got this one. And I got some other book on tornadoes. You know, this one just seems, I don't know, this one seems like probably it might be kind of technical. It might have like a lot of meteorology terms in there. So I don't know, this one might be kind of tough to get through, but we'll see. And then I got this one here, F5, which I think this is actually about a specific tornado outbreak. So I don't know how much this one's going to help me. But I got it anyway, so. And I think my library actually has more tornado books, so I'm probably going to check more of those out. But for now, that's enough to get me started, so I have a lot of reading to do this month. So, I'm going to make a list of all the things that I need to do to research. And I'm going to use orange sticky notes because, you know, it's October, so I don't know, orange is a good color for October. So what I have to do is I have to read books on tornadoes. I'm just going to put it on my board right here, read books. So the next thing I'm going to do is something that I've actually already done a lot of already, but I need to watch a lot of storm chaser shows. So I'm probably going to go back and watch Reed Timmer's documentary that he did and some more episodes of Storm Chasers, because Reed Timmer is the guy who's got like the tornado chasing vehicle, and my character in the book, he's got a tornado chasing vehicle like that. Like that was actually my idea. Like Reed Timmer gave me that idea for this crazy tornado chasing vehicle. So going to watch some more documentaries on tornadoes. So watch documentaries on storm chasing. Now, there's another thing that I'm thinking about watching, and I'm a little surprised that as much as I am a weather geek, I have never seen this movie before, but I'm talking about Twister, the 1996 movie with Helen Hunt, and I've actually wanted to watch this movie for a long time. I remember when I was in high school and I worked at the library at my high school, we had the movie, and every time I would see it on the shelf, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to check that out sometime. I'm going to check that out sometime. And I never got around to it because I was just so busy with schoolwork and other things, and so I just never got around to watching that movie. And I just kind of forgot about it, and so now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should totally watch Twister. Now, the only thing about Twister is that it is a Hollywood movie, and I'm thinking, you know, Hollywood sometimes does not get things right. In fact, a lot of times Hollywood does not get things right. So I don't know how accurate this movie is going to be. Maybe I could watch this movie and try to find out what's not accurate about this movie, about storm chasing. Like maybe they portray storm chasing in an inaccurate way. I don't know. I'd never seen the movie before, but I've always wanted to see it, so I might rent Twister just for the heck of it, just to get me in the mood to write a storm chasing book. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to put it down on my list. Watch Twister. I need to watch Twister. So the other thing that I'm going to watch is, this is kind of like a documentary in a way. I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to watch some storm chaser videos. I know that there's a lot of storm chasers on there. I know Reed Timmer, he's got some videos on there. I think there's this other guy, I think his name is Pecos Hank. I've seen some videos that he's posted. And then I was, another author tuber on here, Natalie Griffin, she told me that she lives in Oklahoma. Well, she said in her video that she lived in Oklahoma, so I made a comment on her channel, and she suggested some meteorologists that are in her area that may have some videos online. So I'm going to check those out. So that would be really good. So, alright, so I'm going to watch YouTube videos. Watch YouTube videos about tornadoes. Alright, just gonna put it on my board. Alright. Okay, now the other thing that I need to research is kind of a little tedious, I should say. I was watching Storm Chasers, and every time a term came up that I didn't know about, that I wanted to know more about, I would write it down. So I've got like this list right here that, you know, it's kind of like, here's my outline, and then there's my list right here of terms I need to research, like different things, like about the vehicle that Reed Timmer uses, about, you know, the probes that Tim Samaras was using. I've got like all these different notes on like, what's a mesocyclone? I don't know, I heard this term before. What is that? You know, where they talk about like the bear's cage. Bear's cage is the worst place for a chaser to be in. What about those, like, you know, rain-wrapped tornadoes? So I just made like all of these lists of like, not just like meteorological terms. Am I saying that? Weather terms. I'm just weather terms. But then I also like made notes about different places that they chased. Like they were chasing in New Mexico. And New Mexico, they said, was not a good place to chase because, like, there were just no good roads there. It was just, like, a bunch of rangeland. They had a problem there. Or, like, there were other places they were chasing that were not good because there were, like, too many trees. Like, I think it was Missouri they were in. And then, of course, there are places that are out in the middle of nowhere and there's, like, a bunch of dirt roads and then, like, Reed's vehicle got, like, stuck in the mud. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there's definitely going to be someone who's going to get stuck in the mud. This show that these storm chasing shows have given me, like, so many ideas for my story. Like, I just, like, cannot wait to write it. I wish it was, like, November already because I'm, like, so eager to write this story. I've been thinking about it for so long. It's going to be awesome. So, okay, so what did I say? Research weather terms. I want to put research weather terms. Research weather terms. Research weather words. I don't know. Whatever. And I guess also I said research places. Because I don't live in Kansas. My story takes place in Kansas. Well, my characters live in Kansas, but it takes place in Tornado Alley as a whole. So that's like Texas, that's Oklahoma, that's Nebraska, those places. So, okay, I'm going to research locations too. So I'll just put research Tornado Alley. Research Tornado Alley. All right. Okay, another thing that I'm going to do for research is I'm going to go online and I'm going to look to see if I can find any storm chaser forums, because I figure if I can find a group of storm chasers online, I hope maybe they'll be nice enough to maybe give me some tips, or maybe just like read old posts and maybe I can find out what it's like to be a storm chaser. Because I really don't know. I mean, I live in North Carolina. We have tornadoes, but we don't have tornadoes like they have. So, yeah. Okay, so I got research storm chaser forum. You know, maybe I can actually talk to some storm chasers. Okay, now, like, the last thing that I was thinking about doing for research purposes is, like, totally something that is very, very nerdy, very, very geeky. But okay, the National Weather Service has this Skywarn course that you can go online and take. I think it's free. I hope it's free, because if it's not free, I'm not taking it. But there's like this course, so I'm gonna look into it. I think I'm going to take it. You know, maybe I can actually even be like a storm spotter for my area. Who knows? I don't know. So that's what I'm going to look into. So I will look into the National Weather Service Skywarn course. All right, National Weather Service Skywarn course. So there we go. So that's pretty much it. I've got a lot of research to do, as you can tell. I got a lot of books to read, a lot of things to research, like what do storm chasers carry around in their cars? And how do they get radar? Can they even get radar, you know, when like the towers are down, or like when they're out in the middle of nowhere, like your cell phone doesn't always work. Maybe they have a satellite phone. I don't really know. Okay, actually, I put that down on my list too. I will put down, not Skyward. I will put down Storm Chaser. All right, I'm going to put down Storm Chaser tools for just one more thing to research. See, as I'm talking about this, I'm thinking of other things to add to my board, as you can see. But yeah, so I have a lot to do this month. I'm going to be busy. But I'm going to ask if anybody is viewing this video, if you've been in a tornado before, if you live in Tornado Alley, or maybe if you live in Dixie Alley, if you live in like a place that has a lot of tornadoes and you've been through one, if you've ever gone storm chasing before, you know, if you know a lot about tornadoes, if you are a meteorologist, leave me a comment down below, because I would love to hear what you have to say about your experience. I want to know everything I can learn about tornadoes, because I really want my story to be accurate, and I hope it can be. I hope it can be real, because I've never experienced storm chasing myself, and likely I never will, because I don't know, I kind of want to, but like at the same time I think I would be a little too scared to do it. So I don't know. If I lived in Oklahoma, maybe I would. I don't know. But anyway, leave me a comment below if you have any tornado experience, or if you know anything about tornadoes. I would love to hear it. You could be helping me with my story. Alright, so thanks you guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys later. Good luck with your NaNoWrimo projects.